Okay. It is impossible to write a hook for this video. I'll just say it plain. Russian strategic bomber fleet just got destroyed. So, Ukraine just carried out one of the most epic attacks on Russian air bases in the history of world ever, and it did so with the help of little tiny $1,000 FPV hobby racing kind of drones and a bit of explosive attached to them, which is why I'm making this video, to share all of the thoughts that I have about the development of the technology and this specific operation and what it might mean for the world going further. So on June 1st, 2025, after more than 1.5 years of preparation, our guys from Security Service of Ukraine, they finally executed this operation. They hid the drones, little tiny FPV drones with explosives in truck containers. Basically, they first found the truck drivers, some kind of fake mission for them. Then I think the truck containers, they were specifically like mobile homes or something, like, or container homes. So they hid that in the roof of those containers, and right from there, remotely controlled, the roofs slid open, and then FPV drones were launching in the air. And basically, it was all of the trucks were opened near Russian air bases, and those FPV drones, unharmed, went straight into the strategic aircraft. They were just chilling at the bases because, I mean, they were 2,000 kilometers away from the battlefield. They were 6,000 kilometers away from the battlefield, and they thought that nothing really can harm them at such a distance. And I would also want to highlight, in terms of generally hybrid warfare, that operation, it wasn't only physical, it was also very viral on all of the potential social media, on TV, and I think it was such a blow to Russian forces, that I think it brings the war even more towards them, towards every stupid Russian idiot that sits in their shithole somewhere deep and thinks that his actions will not ever be, will not ever have any consequences. I mean, so there is that aspect too. Literally, my whole today's timeline when I was coming off the mission was filled with first the surprise, then I looked through all of the memes that people did regarding this situation, and actually there was some credible analysis of this. So, and I'm trying to also share this technological perspective on things, on how it will affect, well, the future of the warfare. Regarding the hybrid warfare, I guess it's I mean, long range strikes, they are not new. And my buddies from 14th Regiment and the Armed Forces of Ukraine, they did a lot of those back in the day, and now still, and it did a lot of damage. But this time, I think the damage, it was more of it tried to, I think, not only destroy the planes, but also that kind of untouchable image of Russia deep in the rear, and no one can do anything about them. I think that was just shattered to pieces during that night. And also, it really had a lot of practical value to Ukraine, if thinking strategically, because all of those bombers, they were used to bomb Ukrainian residential areas, mostly during the nights. And well, now they are no more, so there is at least 1/3 of the capacity down of overall capacity of Russian strategic fleet. But here is an interesting thought for you to consider. It's not like Russia just wasn't ready for this kind of attack. I think the world is not ready for this type of technological development used in the warfare. It's not like these bases were not protected. They had elite protection. They had a whole lot of air defense that was aimed at cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, intercontinental intercontinental missiles, and they were aimed at bigger drones, at anything that could harm that base in terms of conventional warfare. But none of those air defense pieces were ready to face a swarm of little tiny drones with literally like Chinese GoPro or something mounted onto them, and 3 or 5 kilograms of explosives and optic fiber mounted on those drones to have stable connection. None of them were ready for this. And actually, I bought and built such drones myself, never operated them in my combat missions, but I know well how it works. This really comes at around $1,000 for a piece, and really there is nothing that complicated. It's all publicly accessible. You can buy it off the shelf. It's not like classified military technology or anything. Everyone can do it. You just need that drone, some optic fiber, you need your explosives right, and well, maybe you need a detonation board to make it even safer for you to operate, and that's it. And let me just say it out loud. The technology used in this operation is not like top secret. Even I have seen the videos where they showed a part of on the left side. There was Ardu Pilot kind of a thing. It's a software. It's open source software that anyone can download. Anyone can use it to program their hobby drones, DIY, whatever, and fly your, I don't know, RC aircraft model or anything at your local grass field or something. So you can literally build that stuff at home. And even I had some time ago like a mad YouTube comment from some guy saying, hey, Ukraine is bullshit because they have ruined the FPV industry for me. And I was like, well, we did that at the cost of protecting our home. So shut up. But if just we take that seriously for a bit, I think this changes everything. It changes the warfare, it changes the terrorist attacks, it changes the police operation, and obviously counter-terrorism attacks as well. And this asymmetry is brutal to what I can see. Anyone can build things like that in a garage like this one where I'm recording this video near Donetsk Oblast. And it's very tough, naturally, to protect against those FPV drones. In the area where I'm executing my missions, we now have an extreme amount of FPV drones, and this makes the area right from the front line to like 30 kilometers away from it to our side extremely dangerous, just because they're everywhere, extreme amounts and all of the different frequencies. Behind me there are some um, EV pieces, electronic warfare jammers basically. So these things could jam the signal from a drone that is coming right at us. But the problem is that enemy drones, they do operate at frequencies starting from like 200 to 200 megahertz to like 2.7 gigahertz, so 2700 megahertz. And there is no chance that you can have on the same when that we drive all of the possible frequencies, because this guy is like from 300 to 400 megahertz. This guy is from like 400 to 500 megahertz, and this guy is from 500 to 600 or something. And it's impossible to grab all of the frequencies that you need. So, but this is like one story because it's radio controlled, right? But there is a whole nother story of optic fiber drones that were used in this operation, and there is no way that you can jam this. There is no way that you can anyhow disrupt it, apart from just cutting the cable, cutting the wire, cutting the yeah, that's it. Nothing you can do. And this is those optic fiber drones. This is what specifically was used in this operation of service of security of Ukraine. And I'll stress it 1,000 times more. I think this case is a perfect example of asymmetric warfare, and I think that if the world doesn't learn from what is happening at the moment in Ukraine's theater of war, it will have to learn the hard way. And I'll be stressing on it in all of the videos that I'll be making that people, you just have to learn from what happens in Ukraine. Anyway, if this blew your mind, just make sure to first subscribe, then make 13 words comment below in this video, and then share it with your friends, and yeah, that's it. Freedom to you all. Stay frosty.